Okay, third round of the first group stage results are in. So now we are checking Alcázar already going from Sharjah to Strasbourg after the last game. They are beating Boca Juniors. Marseille is beating Vorskla. I think Vorskla's journey here is done, but it was a success for them, I think, to go get until the group stage. Milan beating Hertha Berlin. Sharjah is not joking. They are going strong. I hope there's a Sharjah fan who's watching this video. It's very unlikely, but still. Um, not because there's not enough Sharjah fans. I don't think there's not much people watching this video, so that's why I'm saying this. But they're beating Espanyol, and they're gonna get another player to their squad to strengthen them. And in the second group, we see Crystal Palace beating Chelsea, which is a crucial blow to Chelsea right after they got a draw, I think, and they lost a player. So now they will lose another player to Crystal Palace. Hamburg losing to PSV. Lazio is beating Ulsan. West Ham is beating Asante Kotoko. The second day, Saturday, Al Ahly is beating Sturm Graz. They're going also pretty well. Atletico is winning the group after beating Hearts. Of course, so far anything can happen. Besiktas Racing Club, both are losing another player, which is not ideal for them. Twente is beating Flamengo. Fenerbahce got a draw with Newcastle, so they will be both losing a player. Mönchengladbach against Bologna. Gladbach is winning. Universidad Católica is beating Anderlecht, and Wydad Casablanca uh, losing to Arsenal 3-0. They are doing still a great job in my opinion, and this is just a little hiccup in their journey. And also the opponents are Arsenal, so it's expected, I think. Atletico Mineiro is drawing against Sevilla, so this could be the end for Lionel Messi if they draw him or if like this wheel decides so. Mamelodi Sundowns is beating Midtjylland. Bayern Munich beats Feyenoord. LAFC and Panathinaikos will get a wheel because they got a draw. Nice beats Olympia. PAOK beats Monaco. That's Salah hat trick over there. That okay, he said, "Let me take care of the business here." Rangers losing again. It's not looking good for them. Sassuolo is beating them. Roma and Barcelona got a draw. Barcelona is losing another player with the expense of the wheel. Etihad and Everton got a draw again, and Napoli got a draw also. Real Madrid is winning this group so far, with Napoli getting a draw and losing another player. This is a huge chance for Real Madrid to move on, and if they beat Napoli, they will have no blows or upsets in the round, and they will just keep all of their players and get some if they need it. After that, we see Valencia beating Celtic, Cheska losing to Al Shabab, Dortmund is beating Club America quite easily. Man City is winning every game 1-0. I swear to God, that's crazy. Palmeiras and Getafe had a draw, but let's check Man City's scoreline. Okay, they beat Al Shabab 3-0 and Lugano 3-0. This is not related to the game that we're playing. So 1-0s against Estunis, Getafe, and Saprissa, and they beat Lugano and Al Shabab 3-0. They did not concede a goal. Man City fans should be very comfortable at the moment with the scores. Okay, so the transfers are done. I can say that um, the most important one, of course, Chelsea lost Cole Palmer to Crystal Palace after losing 3-2. So Palmer will finish, I mean, this round in Crystal Palace and hope to advance to the next round, or he will also be eliminated with Crystal Palace. Apart from that, we see Danilo from Flamengo going to Twente after losing. Orsolini from Bologna to Gladbach. I know I mentioned him in the previous games against Fenerbahce, but Fenerbahce got Calabria because they would need a right back more. And apart from that, I see Embolo from Monaco to PAOK next to Salah to help him. Moutinho is a veteran from Braga to Real Madrid just to make the squad deeper. And a Celtic legend, Callum McGregor, is going to Valencia. Now we will move on to the wheel part. And again, there's going to be fast forward, of course. So you saw all of the wheels again, I assume, and hope. And now we will see the fourth round. Yes, the fourth games. And after that, we will have a quick summary of how the groups are looking, and we will briefly talk about it, so you will have more or less an idea of how the groups are going. I also don't check. I just simulate, and then I see the results, and I make the transfers, spin the wheels, whatever. So I have an idea, but I don't really know how the groups are shaped right now. So we will see all of it after the fourth games, and now we are simulating once again, and you will see the results in a bit.
Okay, we're back with the fourth games of the group stage. So now we see, quickly again summarizing the games, Espanyol is beating Boca Juniors, Hertha and Marseille are getting a draw, Milan is beating Strasbourg, Sharjah again, Vorskla, yes, it's a little bit of a weaker side, but Sharjah is going strong, Hamburg is beating Kotoko, Chelsea, after losing Cole Palmer with Gerard Moreno's brace, they are beating West Ham, Lazio is beating PSV, Crystal Palace, I don't know if Palmer played, but they beat Ulsan. The next games on Saturday. Flamengo is beating Al Ahly 20 against Hearts 1-0. Atletico is going strong against Racing right after they lost Gyökeres, which is a huge blow for them. Sturm Graz getting their first win of the group against Besiktas 3-2. It's a thriller. Anderlecht getting a draw against the underdogs, the dark horse of the tournament, some might say. With that, they're getting a draw. Arsenal is beating Fenerbahce. Gabriel Jesus scored an own goal, and then 2 minutes later he scored the goal and won it for Arsenal. Bologna and Universidad got a draw. Newcastle beat Mönchengladbach 3-0. This is the first win for the Newcastle, I think, and this is very important for them to stay in the group. Bayern Munich got a draw with Atletico Mineiro. That is going to be troubling for Bayern Munich. Okay, Feyenoord is beating Sundowns, Panathinaikos loses against Midtjylland, Sevilla is beating LAFC. The last day, Barcelona getting another draw with Rangers. They are not looking good. Okay, Monaco against Roma, it's 1-1. Olimpia is losing to PAOK, Sassuolo is losing to Nice, Al Ittihad losing another game. Benzema is going this time probably to Ghent, but we will see. Braga losing to Valencia, Everton and Celtic getting a draw. Napoli, like expected after losing their players, they lost also to Real Madrid. Al Shabaab is beating Dortmund. Club America losing to Man City. This time they scored 2, but again did not concede any goals. City is not conceding any goals in this tournament. If you think Dortmund will be the first ones in this group to score against them, I think so, but we will see, because this group is not really strong, I might say. And Tunis losing against Palmeiras, Getafe beating Chesca, and this is how it looks. And now we will see where we are with the wheels, and I will make the transfers again. You know the drill. I will make them and then talk about it briefly, and then before doing that, maybe I can show you the groups now. Milan and Sharjah are sharing the first group's leadership. Then comes Marseille, and Espanyol and Strasbourg is pushing. And then there's Hertha, Berlin maybe, and it seems Vorskla and Boca Juniors are already out, but 2 wins. I mean, they have 3 games left, but anything can happen. The second group, Lazio, strong going, West Ham, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Hamburg, PSV Eindhoven. That group is crazy. When I look at the names, I mean, Hamburg is making a little bit of a surprise there, but they still have a chance there. And Asante Kotoko and Ulsan, as some might expect, they are not fighting pretty well for the advance, let's say, and they are a little bit behind of the group. And this is the third group. Atletico Madrid is leading without a loss, without a draw. Then comes Flamengo, Sturm Graz, Twente, and then we see Al Ahly Racing Club, and at the end Besiktas and Hearts are not doing pretty well in this group. The group 4 is Arsenal, Fenerbahce, Wydad Casablanca, Universidad Católica, as you see. Then there's Gladbach, Newcastle, Bologna and Anderlecht are the last ones in this group with 2 points each. Bayern Munich and Sevilla are leading the group 5. Midtjylland and Feyenoord are following them with 4 points behind. Atletico Mineiro is doing their best to keep up with them. Then comes Mamelodi Sundowns, LAFC and Panathinaikos. Now we see Nice, Sassuolo, Barcelona, Roma. Barcelona and Roma are not doing well with this group. Nice and Sassuolo are leading. And then we see PAOK with the same points as Barcelona and Roma. Then comes Monaco, Olympia, and Rangers also not living up to the expectations. Then comes the seventh group. Okay, the first one is Real Madrid, and then Valencia and Napoli follow them. Everton, Al Ittihad, and Ghent and Celtic are fighting for the fourth spot, maybe third, and Braga has no points. And then comes the last group. As expected, Man City is leading with Dortmund following them. Then comes Getafe, Al Shabab, Palmeiras, and then the last three positions are CSKA Moscow, ES Tunis, and Club America, with all of them having 1 point.
Okay, now the games are over, so now we will talk about the transfers that happened a little bit before we get to the wheel moment. Uh, Fastly from West Ham United to Chelsea, Jared Bowen went to Chelsea. Noah Lang, after Lazio beat PSV, they also got Noah Lang from PSV Eindhoven. Joao Mario from Besiktas to Sturm Graz, and Milan Skriniar from Fenerbahce to Arsenal. Philip Max from Panathinaikos to Midtjylland. Berardi, after a long career in Sassuolo, he moved to Nice after Nice beat Sassuolo. As I said before, Al Ittihad lost Benzema to Ghent. And two more important transfers that happened is that Lukaku, after Real Madrid beat Napoli, now they got even more like they got even stronger squad with Lukaku joining them. And lastly, Dortmund, Al Shabab beat Dortmund, and I was kind of hesitant which player to choose, but I realized that Al Shabab already have three strikers that are really good in their squad. So instead of Guirassi, I put Kobel to Al Shabab squad to strengthen their goal a little bit more. So now we can move on to spin the wheel part. And of course, again, you will see this as the fast forward happening. So we can start now. You saw all of the players. I saw that a couple of players did not play, and I think that's because this is September, so there is an international break. But I don't want to go back just because one international break. So these players also did not play for their clubs, such as, for example, Minero. I saw Messi did not play for Barcelona. The squad was really rotated, so maybe that's why they got a draw against Rangers. So the reason that I'm not going back is simply this. Also, we can keep the element of surprise. Also, I am the owner of this video, so what I say goes. Um, in this case, for uh, further improvement of this video, I made all of the players for these teams retire from international duties, so they won't be going to any international games. And in the upcoming rounds of the tournament, they will stay in their club and not go anywhere. So now we can move on to the fifth games, and we'll be back right after simulating. Results are in once again for the fifth round of the first group stage. Now we're going through them fastly. Okay, Boca Juniors beat Porskla, Hertha Berlin and Strasbourg will each lose a player. Marseille going strong, beating Sharjah for a 3-1. Milan beating Espanyol, Chelsea beating Ulsan, no surprises there. Crystal Palace beating PSV, Lazio against Asante, there's no surprise there either. West Ham beating Hamburg, so in the first two groups, we see no surprises whatsoever. And in the second one, we already see one. Sturm Graz beating Atletico Madrid 2-1. So they will be getting a player of their choice. Flamengo beating Besiktas. Besiktas really did not live up to the expectations in this tournament, and I think they are already eliminated with 2 games remaining. Al Ahly beating Twente and Racing Club beating Hearts. Bologna beating Anderlecht, Arsenal succeeding against Gladbach, Newcastle beating Universidad Católica, Fenerbahce beating Wydad Casablanca, which are the underdogs of the tournament, the dark horse, as I said before, but they get another loss, and we will see how they're doing in the groups. Atletico Mineiro with Messi's brace beating LAFC, Bayern Munich beating Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0, Midtjylland 3-2 against Sevilla, that's also a surprise, and Feyenoord losing to Panathinaikos. Sunday's games, the last 3 groups, Nice, PAOK, Rangers, and Monaco will each lose a player. Roma beating Olimpia, Sassuolo, Barcelona once again. There's a draw. Barcelona will lose another player. This group is crazy. There's a lot of draws, and I don't know how it's going with the table of this group so far, but we will see. Everton beating Braga, Ghent, and Celtic getting a draw. Napoli, after losing Lukaku, beating Al Ittihad, who just lost Benzema and Kante in the previous round. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin, right after coming from Everton to Napoli, looks like he found himself. He also scored against Real Madrid. It was not enough, but this time he made a hat trick. He got a hat trick. So Napoli is also advancing. I think we will see Real Madrid beating Valencia 3-2. Vinicius Jr. got sent off. Diakabi got sent off. Al Shabab is drawing against Getafe. CSKA Moscow beating ES Tunis. As we expected, Dortmund is the first team that scored against Man City. Guirassy scored the penalty, but Man City was the stronger side, and they beat them 2-1. Palmeiras lost against Club America. I will be doing the transfers now, and in a bit we will see each other. Let's talk about the transfers before we go to the wheel again. Cabrera moved from Espanyol to Milan after beating Atletico Sturm Graz, decided to take Antoine Griezmann. Flamengo got Paulista from Besiktas. There are a couple of players. Sadilek went to Al Ahly, then Donker to Bologna, Elvedi to Arsenal from Gladbach, Boanga from LAFC to Mineiro, Justin Bailov from Feyenoord to Panathinaikos. Everton lost Pickford, so they needed a goalkeeper. So after beating Braga, even though he's not the best goalkeeper in the world, Thiago Sa joined Everton. Diaby, after losing to Napoli, Al Ittihad lost the third great player that they had after Benzema, Kante, and now it's Diaby. So they are losing blood there. Diakabi went to Real Madrid after losing 3-2. Um, Palmeiras lost Felipe Anderson to Club America. And the last game, Julian Brandt went from Dortmund to Man City. The reason that I didn't get Guirassy to Man City is basically because Haaland is there, and I wanted them to have more midfielders because why not? I mean, I didn't think about if Man City loses a game, probably Haaland will be taken. But okay, we did what's done is done. So now we move on to the spin the wheel part, and you are being fast forwarded. Okay, this is funny. I have to stop right here because I just thought that Al Shabaab needed a goalkeeper, and after beating Dortmund, I took Kobel from there, and now they lost him. We can move on. I mean, that's basically it. That was the last one. So that little decision that I made might have cost Al Shabaab the whole thing. Now we will move on to the 6 games. I can show you quickly. You can stop the video and see how is it going. But after the next games, we will stop and talk about the groups right before the last games of the group stage. So now we are moving back to the simulation. We are back with the sixth games of the first group stage. We are almost there. We see the results now. Espanyol is beating Hertha. Sharjah again beating Boca Juniors, almost out of the group. I'm not sure. Strasbourg and Marseille got a draw. Ronaldo was sent off. That draw might hurt them. Milan beating Vorskla. Crystal Palace, no surprise, against Kotoko. Lazio against Hamburg. Chelsea got a draw against PSV. West Ham beating Ulsan. Al Ahly, another draw against Besiktas. I don't know if Besiktas got any wins in this round. Atletico beating Flamengo. Twente against Racing Club, also a triumph for the Dutch. Sturm Graz beating Hearts with Antoine Griezmann and Joao Mario. So the transfers are really working for Sturm Graz, as I can see. Arsenal easily beating Universidad Católica. Bologna is beating Wydad Casablanca. Guimarães got sent off. This could be an end of a fairy tale for Wydad Casablanca. We will see. Fenerbahce is beating Gladbach with a Nesiri's goal in the 6th minute. Newcastle is beating Anderlecht. LAFC against Midtjylland. They are getting the win, 2-1. Atletico Mineiro beating Mamelodi Sundowns. Panathinaikos is beating Bayern Munich. That is one of a surprise, one of the biggest surprises. So Panathinaikos will get a Bayern Munich player. I don't know yet. I will decide looking at both squads. I hope this time I will make the right choice. Sevilla beating Feyenoord, and Barcelona this time not getting a draw, beating Nice. Monaco getting a draw with Sassuolo. Olimpia losing to Rangers. PAOK losing to Roma. Al Ittihad losing again against Real Madrid. Braga is beating Ghent. Napoli is beating Celtic. Valencia and Everton are sharing a point but losing a player each. Club America is beating CSKA Moscow. Tunis is beating Al Shabab. Getafe Dortmund getting a draw. Dortmund loses another player. And Man City again beating Palmeiras 1-0, not conceding a goal. So now we are fast forwarding. I will make the transfers and be back with spin the wheel. But before that, we are going to take a look at the groups. So now we see that Milan already qualified. It's not important at this stage that if you qualify as the first place or the fourth place, you go to the same pot and then the groups will be drawn. So in this case, Milan got to qualification. Marseille, Sharjah, Espanyol, and Strasbourg are still there. Hertha Berlin, Boca Juniors, and Vorskla are already eliminated. So even if they win their last game, they won't be able to join the other clubs in the next round. Lazio, West Ham, Crystal Palace, and Chelsea already qualified. PSV, Hamburg, Kotoko, and Ulsan are already eliminated, so there won't be any surprises in the second group. With Hamburg, we can also say that Heung-min Son, unfortunately, said goodbye to the tournament after Tottenham got eliminated. He went to Hamburg, but now he's out of the tournament. Um, and in the third group, Atletico with 5 wins, only 1 losses. That cost them Griezmann, but they are through the group with 15 points. Right after them, there's Sturm Graz with Griezmann, so they are the second place. And then there comes Flamengo and Al Ahly with 10 points. Twente is 9, Racing Club is 8. So those 4 clubs have a chance. Sturm Graz might qualify, might not. We will see at the last game. But Besiktas and Hearts are already eliminated. In the fourth group, we see Arsenal and Fenerbahce already qualifying. Newcastle and Bologna have the advantage against the dark horse Wydad Casablanca, Universidad Católica, Gladbach, and those are the teams that have a chance to qualify. I think I have to calculate, but the game will calculate itself. But obviously, Anderlecht is out of the tournament. When we move on to the fifth group, Bayern Munich and Sevilla and Atletico Mineiro already qualified. Midtjylland, Panathinaikos, and Feyenoord are fighting for the fourth place. LAFC is out. Mamelodi Sundowns is out. And in the sixth group, we have Roma and Nice qualifying. Barcelona, oddly, still is not able to qualify. They are not through yet with Sassuolo and PAOK right behind them. But also, surprisingly, Monaco Rangers are out too. Monaco and Rangers are out, so we won't see them in the next round. Olympia is also out. When we talk about the seventh group, everything is settled. Real Madrid not even getting a draw, 18 points out of 6 games. So Real Madrid, and followed by Napoli, Valencia, and Everton, they are all through. It's already settled. Ghent, Celtic, Al Ittihad, and Braga are out. So Group 8, Man City, obviously already qualified. there might be some drama there because Dortmund still can go out of the tournament without Kobel, without Brandt. It's just Guirassi there, and of course a couple of good players. But talking about the superstars there, so Dortmund might go out. Getafe, Al Shabab, Club America, Palmeiras are fighting for the second, third, and fourth place. CSKA Moscow and ES Tunis are already out. So this is a quick summary of the groups. Now we will see what's going to happen with the transfers, and I will be back with fast forwarding to the spin the wheel moment. Now, quickly, the transfers that happened after the sixth round, right before the last games of the first group stage. Klaus from Nice to Barcelona. Barcelona lost a right back. It was not Kunde. I think it was because of the national team break a couple of games ago. So I just decided to put Klaus there from Nice. One of the most important transfers, of course, was from Bayern Munich to Panathinaikos, and I have decided to put the Mr. Harry Kane himself to Panathinaikos. They have one last game, and if they can use Harry Kane, good, they can move on to the next round. Now you will see, like there are a couple of different transfers as well. Such as Advincula from Boca to Sharjah, De Arrascaeta from Flamengo to Atletico, Itakura from Gladbach to Fenerbahce, Foket from Anderlecht to Newcastle, Quinton Timber from Feyenoord to Sevilla, Carter Vickers from Celtic to Napoli, Mbabu from Midtjylland to LAFC, so on and so on. We will now spin the wheel, and it's going to be a fast forward move again. Okay, now I hope you saw all of it, and now we are going to go simulate the final games of this round. We'll be right back. The final games of the first group stage are done, and we are quickly going through the results. Boca Juniors Marseille, I think Marseille got through, but they are going to lose one more player because of this draw. Hertha Berlin beating Vorskla. Milan also will lose another player. Sharjah got a draw too. Strasbourg beating Espanyol 1-0. Chelsea finishing the group strong. Crystal Palace also beating Hamburg. West Ham beating Lazio. Ulsan and PSV got a draw. We will see the groups how they shaped after these results. Right after taking a look at the results of these. The second day, we had Group 3, 4, and 5. Atletico Madrid getting a draw. They already qualified from the group, but this draw meaning that they will lose another player from their first 11, which is not great for them. Besiktas beating Twente. They're getting their first win of the group stage, but I think it's going to be 4-0. Hearts losing to Flamengo. Racing Club losing to Sturm Graz. Arsenal beating Anderlecht, Bologna and Newcastle getting another draw. So in this case, they will lose one player each. Gladbach beating Wydad Casablanca. I think Wydad's run is over because they had to win this game in order to move on. So the dark horse of the tournament probably is out. But we will see right after checking the results. Universidad Católica and Fenerbahce getting a draw. I don't know about Católica, but Fenerbahce went through already, but they're going to lose another player because of this draw from their first 11. Sevilla beating Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is losing blood after losing Harry Kane. We'll see how they will manage in the second group stage with losing another player right after Kane. Atletico Mineiro and Midtjylland got a draw. They will lose a player. LAFC beating Feyenoord. Panathinaikos beating Mamelodi Sundowns in the last game of that group. And group 6, 7, and 8, we see Barcelona beating Monaco, so they were able to go through after this result. Rangers losing to PAOK, Roma beating Nice 1-0, Sassuolo beating Olimpia, Al Ittihad losing again to Celtic, Real Madrid and Everton getting a draw, Valencia and Ghent getting a draw as well, Napoli beating Braga and finishing the group in the second place, I assume. Al Shabab beating Al Shabab is getting a draw with Club America, CSKA Moscow, and Man City getting a draw. So Man City will lose their first player in the last game of the first group stage. We'll see who that will be. Getafe and ES Tunis is also getting a draw, and Dortmund is losing to Palmeiras. That is a blow for Dortmund, definitely. Now, quickly, we are seeing the results of the group stage. So in the first group, we have Milan, Marseille, Sharjah, and Strasbourg going through. Espanyol, Hertha, Boca Juniors, and Vorskla are eliminated. In the second group, Crystal Palace and West Ham, uh, also Lazio, actually, they all have 16 points, right above Chelsea, who finished the group in the fourth place. Like I said before, it doesn't matter which place that you finish, you still are in the same pot, and all teams will be together in the same pot, and they will be divided into groups of four. There will be again 8 groups, but now this time there will be 4 teams, so they will play 3 games each. PSV, Hamburg, Kotoko, and Ulsan are eliminated from Group 2. Now in the Group 3, we see Atletico Madrid winning the group right above Sturm Graz, Flamengo, and Al Ahly. Twente Racing Club, Besiktas, and Hearts are eliminated from this group stage. Group 4, we have Arsenal only getting one draw. After them, there's Fenerbahce, Newcastle, and Bologna. Gladbach, although they had some surprises in the group, they were not able to qualify for the next round. Without Casablanca, like I said, the dark horse is eliminated, but Sharjah, we still have Sharjah, so we might see still dark horse, one of our dark horses from the beginning, getting somewhere. Universidad Católica and Anderlecht are out. Sevilla winning the group, above Bayern Munich, which is surprising to me. Bayern Munich is qualifying, but we'll see how they will end up. Atletico Mineiro with Messi, they were able to qualify from their group. Uh, the group is not that strong, to be honest. Let's be honest here. But Midtjylland and Panathinaikos, they have the same points, but I think because of the Midtjylland Panathinaikos result, they qualify, but Panathinaikos is eliminated, unfortunately. LAFC, Feyenoord, and Mamelodi Sundowns are the other teams that are eliminated. In the sixth group, we see Roma, Barcelona, Sassuolo, and Nice qualifying. PAOK, Monaco, Rangers, and Olimpia are out. That is one of a group like that. There are some decent teams there, but Roma, Barcelona, Sassuolo, and Nice are the ones that made it through. In the group 7, I don't see much of a surprise there, to be honest. Real Madrid winning the group. After that, Napoli, Valencia, Everton. Celtic, Ghent, Al Ittihad, and Braga are eliminated. And in the last group, we have Manchester City winning the group quite easily, to be honest. And then there's Dortmund, Getafe, and Palmeiras. Um, although Al Shabab and Palmeiras has the same amount of points, Al Shabab conceded one more goals one more goal than Palmeiras, so they are eliminated. Club America had a good run, to be honest, but they are also eliminated. And as I said before, CSKA Moscow and ES Tunis already eliminated before the seventh game. So in this case, I will make the transfers. Luckily, I don't have to do it between Boca Juniors and Vorskla game this time because they are both eliminated. So I think it's going to be quicker now, and I will be back, and we will spin the wheel one last time for this stage, and then we will have the uh, second group stage, and we will talk about the groups a little bit more, maybe. So before spinning the wheel, the last transfers that happened, Lazio lost Zaccagni to West Ham. Um, we also saw that, excuse me, okay, Bayern Munich lost to Sevilla, so they lost Joshua Kimmich to Sevilla. So Kimmich will be playing for Sevilla starting from the second phase of the group stage. After that, we have one more exciting result, that is Palmeiras and Dortmund. So Guirassi finally is moving to Palmeiras, and we will see him in there from now on. Barcelona, after beating Monaco, they got Alexander Golovin in the first round. They lost De Jong. That's why I'm doing it, but Golovin might add something to the squad in the midfield, especially. So now we are going to do the wheel moment, and then I will talk about briefly the about the changes in the rules. I mean, not the changes, but in the second round, we will add some stuff and remove some stuff from the rules, and I will talk about that. It's not going to be a drastic change, but you'll see. We have done the wheels, and now we are going to talk about the next groups a little bit. So we see Marseille, Lazio, Real Madrid, and Valencia. We will see Ronaldo playing against Real Madrid. Then Sevilla, Al Ahly, Arsenal, and Flamengo is in the Group B. Group C, we have Dortmund, Sharjah, Roma, and Man City. Our dark horse has a very, very difficult job to finish here. So we will see what's going to happen. Uh, Dortmund and Man City are in the same group again, but there's nothing to do about that because, as I said, they all go to the same pot and then randomly drawn into groups. So we will see that too. Napoli, Atletico Mineiro, Everton, and Sturm Graz. That is relatively an easier group. Crystal Palace and Chelsea again in the same group. Sassuolo and Getafe are with them. Midtjylland, Milan, Fenerbahce, and Strasbourg are in the group F. In Group G, we have Barcelona, West Ham, Newcastle, and Bologna. Barcelona this time is a little bit luckier, but also these teams are not easy teams to beat. So we have in the Group H Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Nice, and Palmeiras. And with this, we finish the second episode of the series. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment if you like. We will see each other in episode 3 with the second group stage. We are getting close to the end, and we will learn who manages to take the trophy soon enough. More to come, definitely.